Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards, and today I am hoping we find some great cards because we are doing a collection break giveaway. No, we're doing two collection break giveaways. That is what we are doing today in celebration of hitting 500 subscribers. I've got the camera elevated to new heights so that we can see everything in here. We're going to do one video. This is the hockey collection. As you can see, I labeled it when it came in and scrawled hockey on here so I'd know which was which. And it's a pretty heavy package. It's actually quite heavy, so I'm not going to waste any time. I want to get into this. I suspect it will be a fairly lengthy video as I go through this entire collection. It's a binder collection that I purchased, and I was looking back. I purchased it about a month ago on eBay in preparation for doing this. You don't really see a lot of hockey collections come up, especially not, ones that look like they might be good. And getting Mr. Kershaw here to try to help us open this up. Maybe I'll just go right down the middle to start. Make it easier to get into this thing. Put it aside, like that. And we'll go over here. Maybe I'll just flip it around like this. So the way that this works, for those of you who've never participated in one of these before, is that this is a collection that I purchased. I have not seen it. I have not looked at it. The only things I know about it are what the seller has either told me or what I saw in the listing itself. It's a binder collection, and it's all vintage hockey from the 80s and 90s. And every single card in here is up for grabs. For you guys, my subscribers, this is a way for me to thank you for getting me to 500 subs. Pretty excited about that and completely amazed, quite honestly. Never thought that I would get there. And really just like to thank you by doing these. So here's the binder, obviously. It doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Let me pull this out, and then I'll get this box out of the way. There we go. And, see how we package this. Looks like I might be able to... Do you tape it to the binder? Maybe you taped it to the binder. Sometimes they do that. So there we go. Standard black binder here. This is probably not a good binder for cards, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is one of the bad binders. You want D rings for cards. You don't want these circular C rings. They tend to bind the cards, and the rings can really damage the cards on the inner sort of thing there. So I'm just going to see if I can lift all of these out of here to make it a lot safer and probably a lot easier for us to go through these. So these come out pretty easily there, and I'll just put all those pages right in a stack. Close that back up and get this binder out of the way too. So there we go. Here is our hockey collection. There will be two collections today. The first one is the hockey collection, 80s and 90s hockey. As far as I know, there may be, newer or older cards in here. I'm not sure. But that's what the listing said for this. This was an eBay listing. The baseball card collection that I'll be opening right after this was a Facebook Marketplace one. So that one I was not able to go back and refresh my memory because they don't really... I'm just positioning the camera here so you can see these a little bit better. Sorry for the jerky movements there, but that should help. All right, there we go. And I will sit down and get into this. All right. So here we go. The way this works, as I was starting to say anyway, is that every single card in here is available to you guys, my subscribers, and all you do is send me an email with a long list of the cards that you would like to receive from this one and or the baseball one. If you just want hockey, that's great. If you just want baseball, that's great. And if you want cards from both collections, that is awesome as well, and I will be very happy to accommodate. And what I do is I get your lists, and I try to send you cards from that list. It's that simple. If there are cards that multiple people want, I just kind of assign people numbers and then, roll a die to see who gets that card. And then that person doesn't get included in any more dice rolls for special cards, because I don't want all the good cards to go to the same person. If there are like some really good, inserts or rookies or whatever, I want them to be sort of spread around among you guys. That seems to be the fairest way to do it, and it has worked well before. I've done these collection break giveaways every time I hit a milestone number, and I thought for 500 I should really, up the ante and do two. Because not all of you participate. I know not all of you collect baseball, so I thought I'd see if I could find a hockey one, and I was excited to do so. And if you have any questions about how the giveaway works, I will, in the description box below, list out everything you have to do, which is really not much at all. All you really have to do is be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, I think there's a button somewhere on your screen that you can hit and become one, and it's really that simple. I thank YouTube for making it so easy. I had nothing to do with that. And I thank you guys for getting me to 500. So let's see what is in this collection. It looks like the first page here is a bunch of very older veteran players, some of whom I recognize and some of whom I don't. Pierre Pilote and Ed Westfall, pretty cool cards there. Sid Smith and Frank Malovich, or Mahovlich. I always get his name wrong. So it looks like there are several more players on this page here. Ron Ellis in the middle there, and Bill Harris. Jean-Guy Talbot down there. So this is going back pretty far with these veteran players. I didn't see any of these pages. The pages that I saw in here were, all, contemporary players from the 80s and 90s. Big stars, so hopefully we'll get to those pages pretty soon. More of this. Harry Watson up in the top corner, out there on the ice. He looks like he is about 80 years old skating out there on the ice. That is pretty cool. And Gus Bodnar in the middle also looks rather aged out there on the ice. Pretty neat that they got them to go out and pose for photos. I don't really know this set. This is not, I don't know who the manufacturer of this is, actually. So, what does it say here? See if I can get it says Ultimate is the manufacturer. I don't really remember these cards that well. I do remember seeing them, but I don't think I collected any of these. Camille Henry right in the middle there. That's pretty cool. Harry Howell, that's a pretty nice card too. So some good veteran players, and I'll go through these, try to go through these at just the right pace. Of course, you guys can always freeze the picture, rewind, fast forward, whatever you need to do to give these cards a closer look as we go through them and make your lists of the ones that you would like to receive. Rocket Richard there, I think, and John Bauer, man, that is a cool in-action shot of him, the puck just clearing the net there. Sid Abel down there, he also looks like he skated out onto the ice in his advanced years. Pretty cool to see that. And more of these look like, got the Canadian and the American flags in the background. Haven't seen those before, that's pretty neat. Ted Bauer down there, and Henri Richard. There you go, another nice veteran player there. All right, so here we go. Get into the more modern ones here. This is a page I remember seeing, actually, and this has got some big stars on it. This is from Pro Set. I think this is 1993 Pro Set, if I'm remembering right. Nice Brett Hull card there. Gretzky up in the corner. Yzerman there. Kirk McLean, nice action shot above the goal, and Jeremy Roenick down there. Some nice cards on that page. Ray Bourque. These are milestone cards, I think, from that same year. Ray Bourque for his 1,000th point, and Mike Gartner too. 1,000th point, 1,000th game. That's pretty cool. And there's Dave Taylor. Oh man, if you saw the video on Friday, we got I think we pulled 3 Dave Taylor cards out of the Dorking with Dice packs that we opened that day, and I am all done with Dave Taylor. I feel like I'm collecting Dave Taylor cards whether I want to or not. So again, all of these cards are up for grabs. I hold nothing back. Anything you see in here that looks good to you, put it on your list. So these are Parky's Best, Parkhurst cards, and some big stars on this page too. Lemieux down here, Brett Hull up there. Here's Yzerman over here, and Jaromir Jagr right there. So that's pretty sweet. I can't really see what their names are. Adam Oates also on that page. Patrick Roy. And Pavel Bure as well, so some pretty big names on that page. That's pretty nice. And these look like rookie cards. I think these are rookie standouts. Yeah, that's what it says down the side here, rookie standouts. So this was these are not inserts. This was a just a subset that was in there. Niedermeyer, that's probably the big, and Marcus Noslin, that's pretty big name too. Thibault, pretty good name as well. So some decent rookie cards on here, and I felt some cards on the back there, and indeed I did. Derek Plant there, and Trevor Kidd. I think probably the best cards were on the front there. Some nice team scoring leader cards here from Topps. This is 1991 set, and actually this one has the binder damage that I was worried about. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but on this Messier card down here, you can really feel it, and that's when the page kind of gets trapped between the other pages and the rings, and then the rings press into the cards. So all three of these against the rings here do have damage, but I think some of the best cards on here do not, including Gretzky and Lemieux, Joe Sakic there, early Joe Sakic card. That's pretty cool. So just be warned about that one. Looks like this page got that treatment as well. So these three down the side here are not so great, but that doesn't affect the Brett Hull, which is awesome. Dino Ciccarelli with the caps. Still always just think of him as a North Star. Cam Neely up here in the corner, another nice card there, and Wendeck down there. So some pretty good cards there. We got Trevor Linden up here. These are scoring leaders from 92, I believe. Nice Iserman in the middle there. Some more rookies on this page. Owen Nolan is a pretty good rookie there. And here's a Hall of Famer of Fern Flamand. That's a pretty neat card there. I don't remember seeing that one. All right, so these are some, I believe these are also pro set cards, and it looks like these are team cards, I believe. So you got several different teams there, and you get the jerseys on there too. I always thought those were really, neat kind of cards. I mean, no real value to them, but kind of neat cards if you're a fan of any of those teams. Those are kind of nice presentation cards there, but some team cards there. Some trophy cards here, and I recognize some of these guys. That's Ray Bourque right in the middle with, I assume that's 4 Norris Cup trophies for him, I would guess. Wayne Gretzky down here, of course. Lemieux hoisting the Conn Smythe, and there's Brett Hull up there. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, they're all in tux. Dave Taylor again. Oh, tired of Dave Taylor cards. What is up with that? I feel like some sort of curse has befallen my house where I'm getting a lot of Dave Taylor cards there. All-star cards here, also from Pro Set. Jeremy Roenick up there. Messier, Gretzky. Tuck that back into the very old page that this is in. And who else do we have here? Luc Robitaille. And cards on the back as well. We got Dave Christian and Adam Oates. I assume this is second team All-Stars. I feel like these guys are more first team, and then the other side is probably second team. Some more Parkhurst cards here. Yari Curry there with the Kings. Peter Stastny back when he went to the Devils. More Dave Taylor. I'm just going to have to resolve myself. There's going to be a lot of Dave Taylor cards in here. And I mean, that makes sense. He was a very good player. Dave Taylor was part of that great Kings lineup with Marcel Dion and who was it? I think it was Charlie Simmer. Those three guys, and they had some sort. What was the name for them? I can't remember. There was I wasn't a huge Kings fan, but the three of them, they called their front line something, and now I can't remember what their nickname was. It was like the Golden Trio or something like that. I don't think that's what it was, but it was something like that. Paul Coffey, another nice card there, and Messier. Dale Horachuk with the Sabres. Always think of him with the Jets, but he did really well with the Sabres for a while. Some more All-Star cards here. Cam Neely up here. Mark Reshy in the middle. Nice to see that. Patrick Roy down here. And nothing on the back of that one. Some Topps All-Star cards here. That's pretty sweet. Always like the design of these a lot. Another Ray Bourque, Paul Coffey up there, and Doug Wilson. Haven't seen any of his cards yet, so that's nice to see. And these are some neat cards too. These were not inserts, but they were a subset. And I've always liked these cards because, bring this up close to the camera, it will say frequent All-Star, which is so polite and so refined. Yari Curry, frequent All-Star. So you can get some of these frequent All-Star cards. That's pretty cool. I like that. And of course the Play Smart cards. Those also were not inserts. They were just a subset. And then what are these? Oh, these are the rookie ones. Pavel Bure. That's a pretty nice card there. Nice rookie left-wing scoring leader. That's pretty neat. Tom Draper. I haven't thought about him in a while. Nice rookie goalie win leader there for the Sabres. And Lidstrom, of course, great player there. And what is going on here? I see Marv Albert's creepy face on this page. What? I guess these are. Oh, this is weird. I don't remember these cards at all. These are quite interesting. Here's Jim Kelly, the Buffalo Bills quarterback, wearing a Sabres jersey. Clearly a fan of that team. Terry O'Reilly, of course, with the Bruins. I guess that was after he retired. Susan St. James, the famous actress. I guess she was a Whalers fan. Very interesting. Ralph Macchio. What is that pose? Ralph Macchio trying to look really hip and cool on some sort of rock formation. I don't know what that is. Comedian Jim Belushi. I don't know who David Wheaton is. I don't really follow tennis very much. And Larry King. This is the most youthful picture of Larry King that I think I have ever seen. I always think of him as a very old man. And Burton Cummings. It's Burton Cummings. That name, I think he was a music star of some sort, maybe in the 60s. That sounds really familiar, but I can't, maybe I must tell me on the back who Burton Cummings was. What does it say here? Burton Cummings. Oh, he was with the Guess Who. Okay, so yeah, not a band I'm not into, but that's pretty cool. Burton Cummings out there in full. He's really gone for it. He's got the full gear on for the Jets there. I guess maybe Burton Cummings actually played hockey at one point. I don't know. Very interesting to see that. These celebrities and stars from other sports and whatnot showing their fandom. That's kind of cool. Jim Kelly card. That's a pretty neat card. I've never seen that, and I know there will be some competition for that. Bills Mafia is a huge Bills and Sabres fan, so I know Bills Mafia cards probably be after that one, among several others of you. And then this is all Ed Belfour on this page. Okay, this is more of the kind of stuff that I saw in the listing. I don't remember any of these pages from the listing, but these I remember, and it was just full pages of some of the great stars of the time. So we should see more conventional sort of stuff here. This is all Ed Belfour, an all-star card, and some other nice Belfour cards there. This nice hologram card is pretty cool. I'll bring that up to the camera. I don't know if you'll be able to actually see the hologram. Kind of see that there. That's a pretty nice Jennings Trophy winner card there. That's probably my favorite on that page. And we got Patrick Raw here. That's a pretty unusual card. That's an Omega card in the middle. I haven't seen those for a while. I should look into seeing some packs of those. Those are kind of pretty cards. They're sideways, though. Some people don't like that. That's a nice early Bowman hockey card of him as well. Some nice Patrick Raw cards there. And some on the back, too. That's pretty cool. Oh, here's his mask card. I'm pretty sure that's an insert from that Pro Set year. I don't remember what year that was, but that's a pretty card. Those cards are really tough to grade because of the black, borders and black surface on those cards. Those are really hard cards to get decent grades on. Here's Van Beesbrook. So maybe this is all goalies for part of this. I don't know. Van Beesbrook here. Great goalie for the Rangers, of course. And then Hextall on the back, the Flyers. And Grant Furr with both the Oilers and the Maple Leafs. And there's one with the Sabres. Forgot he was on the Sabres for a little bit. Grant Furr, great goalie there. And Kirk McLean, another great goalie from the Canucks there. Pretty nice Stadium Club card down there. That's one that I haven't seen much of. Pretty good Kirk McLean cards there. Mike Richter, great goalie for the Rangers. That's a sweet card in the middle. That is a Bowman Young Stars card, and those are pretty nice cards. They're very thick, as I recall. Yeah, that's a really thick card, and just really, really well made. Very pretty cards, those Young Stars cards from Bowman. I think that might be a rookie Richter. Let me check the back of that. Yes, it is. That is rookie Mike Richter there, so that's a pretty sweet card. And really nice page full of his cards, actually, if you're a fan of him. That's some good stuff on there. And, of course, there's a Curtis Joseph rookie that even says top prospect on it, so you can't fool me. I know what I'm looking at there. Curtis Joseph, great goalie for the Blues, and I think he also played for the Oilers. Here's Hasek. That's pretty nice. Dominic Hasek cards there. Nice trophy card there from Stadium Club. And Fleer Ultra card. Very pretty cards here. Very nice Dominic Hasek page there. And Felix Potvin, really good goalie for Toronto for quite a while there. And this is a prospect card for him. And this one, this whole, I think all three of those are rookie cards of Potvin. And this one also says rookie on it. I'm not as familiar with that one, but that's a pretty cool card. I always liked when the Upper Deck did that, when they have almost like in-action pose or something. Pretty neat. And this is a Gold Reserve Upper Deck card from when he was with the Canucks. So that's kind of cool too. We got Andy Moog, played with the Oilers and then with the Bruins and the Stars there. And here we got, all right, Steve Yzerman. Now we're getting into it here. This is what we're talking about. This nice StarQuest insert there for Upper Deck. Collector's Choice. That's pretty sweet. Another one of those Omega cards in the middle there. Those are really pretty cards in my opinion. And a nice Bowman one up there. Nice Yzerman cards on this page. Now, I think that was one of the pages I think I saw as I'm remembering this. Again, I haven't looked back at this listing. So I bought these like a month ago. Jeremy Roenick on this page. Pretty sweet franchise card there right in the middle. Like that one. And Lindros. Pretty nice to see some Eric Lindros. Team 2000, that is definitely an insert there. That's a pretty sweet card, actually. Nice MVP card there from Upper Deck. Some nice Lindros cards here for sure. I don't think any of these are rookies, but some of these are very early cards for him. So that's pretty nice to see. Ray Bork, we saw him with his holding up the 4 there to show how many Norris, and there he is winning another Norris trophy there. He certainly did win plenty, and a very deserving Hall of Famer, Ray Bork. Absolute all-time great player. So that's pretty cool to see. What we have here, Joe Sakic. Nice to see that too. I actually collect Joe Sakic, so that's pretty cool. This is an early one. I don't think that's a rookie. I think his rookie is the year before that. Yeah, that's his second year. That's a very early card. Nice Joe Sakic cards on here. Nice Bowman one in the middle. I always like those Bowman cards. I think they just have such great images. Pavel Bure. Pretty sweet bunch of Pavel Bure cards here. This is a neat card that you do not see much of, and that is a really cool card. That's an Upper Deck SP there. So nice Pavel Bure cards. Trevor Linden, another great Canucks player. That's pretty cool. Trevor Linden cards there. And Mario Lemieux, here we go. Now we're talking. Full page of Mario Lemieux cards. See him hoisting the Conn Smythe there, like we saw earlier in this binder. Some pretty sweet cards there. Nice Bowman card down in the corner. Nothing wrong with getting a full page of Mario Lemieux. Brett Hull, another full page of one of the all-time greats. That's pretty sweet. Some early cards too. These are not rookies, but these are pretty early Brett Hull cards, so that's pretty nice. And this franchise card from Score. I don't think that's an insert. I think those were just a subset. Yeah, that's just numbered like a subset, and a nice Upper Deck SP Authentic there. Very foily, as you can see. Nice card. Nothing on the back there. Ron Francis, that's a player we really don't see much on the channel. I haven't pulled very many of his cards at all. But all-time great, really good player. Played for many years, had a long career. Here's a Premier Pivot card. I know that's an insert, so that's pretty sweet to see that. Some nice Ron Francis cards there. Dennis Savard, saw him earlier. And here we see more of his cards from his days with the Blackhawks and the Canadiens. Pretty nice. Mark Messier, got Oilers cards and Rangers cards here of Mark Messier. Pretty sweet to see that. And what do we have here? Paul Coffey, all right, another Oilers player who went on to play for several other teams. Paul Coffey had a very long career and played for a lot of teams. Definitely a Hall of Famer and an all-time great. So some nice cards there. Yari Curry, another, looks like this guy organized it with all of the former Oiler players, though you get some Curry with the Oilers there too. Nice Bowman card. This is a sweet card. What is this? It's a nice Pinnacle Summit card down there. That's a really pretty card there. He's with the Rangers, or he's got the duck symbol there too, so maybe that was before he was traded or free agented over to them. I'm not sure, but that's a really sweet looking card. We got Fedorov, a few of Sergei Fedorov's card. Another Premier Pivot, again, I know that as an insert. And here's a trophy card from Stadium Club. It's a pretty sweet card too. And Yager, all right, now we're talking. Jaromir Yager, full page of those. That is awesome. Really nice Fleer Flare card right in the middle there. Bring that up to the camera. Try not to get the glare on it so you can check out those cards. Some really nice Yager cards there. That Flare card is a really sweet one. And it feels like there are some cards on the back here. And these are some nice Fleer cards too. Fleer Ultra, that is a 93, and I think that's a 95 if I'm remembering how the templates went for those. So more than a full page. And here's another page of Yager. Wow, that's awesome. That is fantastic. This is one I think I remember seeing, actually. I think you took a picture of this one. And these are some earlier Yager, so I can see why I did that. We get another one of those Omega cards, the sideways cards that we don't see much. And this is one of the Pinnacle Mint cards. Those are really nice cards, actually. So some good Yager cards there. That's pretty sweet. More than 2 pages of Yager. Now we get to the great one, Wayne Gretzky. This is what we're talking about. This is the kind of cards we want to see here. Gretzky with the Kings. Nice Bowman card in the middle there. And then these are not inserts. These were regular cards. I think they started off that set, if I'm remembering right. And some nice OPG cards down here. That's pretty cool. So 2 pages of Gretzky. That's nice. Maybe get another one here. No, this is Theo Fleury. This is an insert here, StarQuest insert. And then a couple Tony McKegney cards down here. I'm just noticing. Alright, so something wonky happened with the camera there. I'm not sure if I bumped it or what happened. The battery looks fine, so I'm not sure what went on there. But here's the Theo Fleury page. I'm not sure if you guys caught that one or not. Nice insert there, and a couple McKegney down at the bottom there. And then we went to Scott Niedermayer. I think that's somewhere in there is where the camera went out for some reason. Anyway, a couple of Niedermeyer rookies there, and a very nice Pacific card in the middle, very foily. I'll bring that closer to the camera so you can kind of get a look at that card. Pretty foily. And here's some Niedermeyer. Oh, that's a nice card. Teemu Selanne on this page. Very nice die cut Pacific card there as well. That's pretty sweet. And another Pacific card there. And this one is labeled rookie. So make of that what you will. I don't collect Selanne, so I'm actually not sure if that is a legit rookie or not. And then, oh, here's some Dino Ciccarelli randomly down here. I don't know what's up with that. With the Red Wings and the Caps. I always think of Ciccarelli as being with the North Stars. Mats Sundin on this page. Some nice cards here. Power Play and a nice Stadium Club card right in the middle there. That's pretty sweet. And another Pinnacle card up here. Some nice Mats Sundin cards on this page, actually. Impact. These are some unusual ones that maybe you collect. Oh, yeah, there's some more on the back. That's pretty sweet. More Mats Sundin. Very good player. And Luc Robitaille. And here's another one of those Young Stars cards for Bowman. Those are really nice cards. Very thick cards and really quite attractive, I think. Some nice Luc Robitaille cards. What do we have here? Mogilny, Alexander Mogilny, really great Sabres player for many years. I think is that his rookie? Let me check that. Yeah, I think that is his rookie right there. So that's pretty sweet. It doesn't look like any of these others are rookie cards, but that one right in the middle I thought was, and I believe it is. So that's a pretty nice card. Rob Brind'Amour, and this is an all-rookie team card there. So that's pretty awesome. Rob Brind'Amour, really a good player for many years in the league. So, and there's another one on the back, actually, randomly. Mike Modano, great North Stars player. I think he's one of the best players they ever had on their in their franchise. And he, I believe, went to stayed on the. Yeah, he did. He went to Dallas when the franchise moved there and stayed with them for a while. Very good player for many years. This looks like the last page. It's Chris Chelios, and Chris Chelios, you know, a good player. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame or not. I for whatever reason, I don't think he is, but he was certainly a good player in his day. So certainly plenty there to choose from. And that is it. No more cards after that. That's a really nice, I think that's a really nice collection. Lots of Hall of Famers in there. Lots of variety, certainly. And some really, some inserts in there and some rookie cards for sure. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw some things in there that you are interested in and that you would like to add to your PC. That's the whole point of this. Again, make your lists, make them as long as you can so that I have lots to choose from and I can make sure you get something you actually want. And you just email them over to me. cwcardwolf@gmail.com is my email. I think all of you know that, but if you don't, again, I will put that in the descriptive box along with, there are really no rules to this, but the only one is you have to be a subscriber to get cards, and that's pretty easy to do. So no cross-posting or hashtags or any of that kind of nonsense. We keep it simple here at the Card Wolf Network because I'm a simple guy. What can I say? So there's our first collection break of the day. We're going to do another one right after this of a vintage baseball collection that has been sitting here for just about as long. I bought it right around the same time. The baseball collection was Facebook Marketplace, and this one was from eBay, and I was really delighted to find a hockey collection, and I hope you guys are delighted by it. Again, let me know, send your lists over, and you can choose from hockey and or baseball. You can mix it up or just choose from one, it doesn't matter to me. And I'll be right back at you with an unprecedented second video on the same day. I never have done that before, but we're going to do it today in celebration of 500 subs. Once again, thank you all so much for getting me there, and I'll be right back with the baseball break.